Top 10 causes of death in humans around the world. Death can happen anytime due to several causes. Here the article presents the top 10 common causes. Top 10 causes of death in humans around the world that can happen of death in humans around the world. This data of most causes of human death is derived from several world-level bodies such as World Health Organization, WHO, World Health Federation, WHF, and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC.
Number 10. Nephritis. Know of death each year, around 50,000 people. Nephritis is the condition of the nephron. It happens when the functional units of the kidneys get inflamed. This particular condition is also known as glomerulonephritis. Nephritis can lead to cardiovascular disease. According to data, this is one of the most common causes of death in humans around the world. 9 in 10 nephritis patients are women. Acute glomerulonephritis forms after a sudden infection. This infection leads to the kidney and the kidney stop functioning. The patient thus leads to death. Number 9. Diabetes. Know of death each year, 79,535 people. Another common cause of death in humans is diabetes, which has affected millions of people over the world. If diabetes is under control, the patient can live alone. But this is a threat for uncontrolled diabetes patients. Sometimes, the glucose levels may increase up to the highest. This condition may lead to death. Some diabetes patients can keep their blood glucose level in control by taking insulin pumps. But fatal may happen if the dose is skipped. When the blood vessels of the kidneys get damaged, it can lead to death. Proper diet, precautions, and exercise is the only way to get rid of this. Number 8. Influenza and pneumonia. Know of death each year, 1.3 million. Influenza or viral infection starts to spread in the fall and peaks during the winter months. It attacks every age group of people. But the children suffer most from this disease. About 1.3 million people die annually from this disease, and thus one of the common causes of death in humans around the world. It makes the lungs disabled to transfer oxygen into the other parts of the body. Children under the age of 5 and adults over the age of 65 are at the highest risk of severe complications or death. Number 7. Lower respiratory tract infection. Know of death each year, 2.6 million. Another common cause of human death around the world. The lower respiratory tract infection happens when the lungs get infected. The common reason for this infection is a virus or other organisms. The lower respiratory tract infection is extremely contagious. Untreated lower respiratory tract infection may lead to a painful death. It gets carried out from person to person through sneezing and coughing. The lower respiratory tract infection lasts between 3 to 14 days. If the symptoms last more than 14 days, then the situation can be more dangerous. Number 6. COPD. Know of death each year, 2.75 million. COPD refers to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This is a group of progressive lung diseases. Emphysema and chronic bronchitis are one of the most common of these diseases. People with COPD can have both of these conditions. Emphysema distracts the air sacs in the lungs and stops outward airflow. Bronchitis causes inflammation and narrows down the bronchitis tube. As a result, it starts to build up mucus. Cough should be treated as soon as possible. Otherwise, it causes faster progression of the disease, heart problems, and other respiratory infections. 2.75 million cases of death in humans occur due to this dangerous disease. Number 5. Stroke. Know of death each year, 5.5 million people. Another common and dangerous disease among human bodies. A stroke happens when the blood supply is disrupted inside the brain. Stroke can happen anytime, even within sleep. Stroke is the major cause of disability for adults. More than 795,000 people died due to stroke. If the brain cells die, the brain function also does. It causes permanent disability for the people. The stroke mainly affects language, moods, vision, and movement. It leads to death when the brain doesn't get enough supply of oxygen and blood for a long time. An estimated 14% of stroke cases lead to death during sleep. Number 4. Kidney disease. Know of death each year, 5 to 10 million people. One of the most common causes of death in humans found due to kidney failure. Kidney failure may occur over a month to years. Untreated kidney failure may shorten the lifespan. Damaged kidneys can't make the waste blood filtered. Ammonia starts to build up in the bloodstream. CKD or chronic kidney disease is divided into different stages of kidney function. Stage 5 indicates complete kidney failure. High blood sugar pressure or low blood pressure can be the cause of kidney damage. The kidney needs a certain level of blood flow. When the body can't manage it, it leads to death. Number 3. Cancer. No of death each year, 9.5 million. Cancer is the second leading cause of death worldwide in humans. Cancer happens when the cells do not die. It interferes with the life-sustaining system and causes death. The risk of cancer increases with age. Smoking, chemical pollutant exposure higher the risk of cancer. Genetic factors are also the same responsible for cancer. Lung cancer is one of the most common causes of cancer death. There are no certain symptoms of cancer. However, there are several kinds of research on cancer that are still running to prevent the disease from the first stage. Number 2. Alzheimer's disease. No of death each year, 10 million people. This is another leading cause of death in humans worldwide. This disease destroys the nerve connection to its brain. Here the patient loses the ability to move around, swallow and feed. It doesn't kill by devastating the brain. Rather, complications in brain function lead to death. The majority of Alzheimer's patients die due to aspiration pneumonia. The main cause is not swallowing properly. In that case, the food gets stuck in the windpipe which damages lung function. Suddenly, it develops into pneumonia and people die. Number 1. Heart disease. No of death each year, 17.9 million. Heart disease is the most cause of death in humans worldwide. It regularly attacks more than millions of people every day. This is a serious case for both men and women. More than half of men people die of heart disease. Heart disease refers to several heart conditions. But most of them are due to the buildup of plaque in arteries. When the plaques start to develop, the series gets narrowed. It interrupts the blood flow around the body. This situation may lead to angina, heart failure, and arrhythmias. A healthy diet and regular exercise may prevent this risk of death. Recognizing the potential symptoms of heart disease can help to figure out the coming risk.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.